Howdy friends, Steve DePoe here for the Rose Realty team with this week's North Texas real estate vlog. 3.5 ways to design your future home for your later years. Before we get started, a favor. So right up here is our YouTube website channel. If you could log into YouTube, search for Let's Do Real Estate Texas, and subscribe to our channel. Doesn't cost you anything, and you'll get notifications when we come up with a new vlog, or we do a new video, and we upload it to the site. Additionally, if you go down here and see next to my name, Steve DePoe, and next to it is Steve's Card .us. That's a link to my web business card. If you could download that, you can keep it. You can download it to your phone. And at the same time, hey, if somebody happens to be looking for a real estate agent, bam, you can send them my web card. They have access to all my information. There's also what's neat about that card. There's also links to our repository of these vlogs, information on how to buy and how to sell, steps on how to buy and how to sell a house, introduction to our team, introduction to our website. It's designed to make it easy for you all to get in contact with us and to get more information about us. But now, how design a home or look for a home for your future needs. So when you design or look for a house for your future needs, you have to think about livability, right? There's comfort is one thing. But also, so comfort and livability kind of go together. There are specific features that we all like. Bit large eating kitchen. Maybe you're looking for a nice family room or a great room where you can have large screen TV and that kind of thing, fireplace, etc. How the traffic flows within the house. Are there a lot of hallways, or is it kind of really open and spacious, where it's easy to get from one room to the next? All of these things are important for those future years and for the comfort of you and your family living in the house. So the first step is to consider mobility inside the house. Is there easy access to the rooms from one room to the next? Try to avoid 2 stories. You really want to be climbing steps when you get to be a little older. I know for myself, the knees are creaking, the back hurts every now and then. I'm glad we're on one level, because if we had steps, it would be ouch, right? Doorways and hallways should be a little bit bigger. Now, maybe right now everything's cool, but who knows what in the future we may have crutches, or we may have wheelchairs or walkers and that kind of thing. And you want to be able to walk in and out of doorways and down hallways and those kinds of things. So a little bit wider hallways and doorways would be better. And then lastly, the lever style door handles or superior, far superior to the door knobs, okay? For 2 reasons. Number one, the levers are in right now. The lever door handles are in. And second, with the door knobs, you have to grasp them, right? And so as you get older, you get a little bit of aches and pains. Maybe you got some arthritis, those types of things. You don't want to be grasping doorknobs to turn them to get through the door. The levers are a lot better. Safety, consider safety. We want to avoid trip and slip hazards, right? So kind of throw rugs, type of thing. Try to stay away from those, okay? We want some nice flooring, non-skid or non-slip flooring would be best, right? Or if you're into carpets and rugs, then maybe, carpets and rugs that are installed and not like the throw rug type of thing, because the throw rugs can be slip hazards. Appliance controls. So when you all had kids, right? Yeah, the controls were away from the kids so that they wouldn't be turning on the oven, for example, or the stove and getting hurt, right? Well, now the manufacturers out there are manufacturing stoves and ovens and those kinds of things with larger knobs, and in a place where More experienced, older people have better access. So we're not bending over and reaching and those kinds of things. And so look for, if you're gonna either build a house or you're gonna renovate, consider the more updated, accessible appliance controls and grab bars and railings. So maybe everything's cool, again, cool right now. You don't need grab bars and railings in either the water closet or the shower or those kinds of things, but you may in the future. So again, kind of hallways with wider space, and then the water closet where you can maybe put up a grab bar to get to maneuver around. We need the space in there in order to be able to do that, so we're not all cramped up, right? Convenience and livability. So we want to be able to be close to local stores and shops, so gas stations. So when we have to go out to the store, the drugstore, the food store, whatever, we're close by and we don't have to travel 25 or 30 miles to get to the local Kroger. It's sort of right around the corner within a reasonable distance. Multi-function rooms. This is kind of good. Multi-function rooms are rooms that so you have your family room, basically open concept, where so you have your family room and your kitchen kind of together, where you can it's not only where you're going to sit and watch TV, but you can entertain, and you could also eat in there if you wanted. So rooms that have various purposes, so that you're not you don't have to pick up and go to the dining room, which is 2 rooms over. You can eat sort of like right there in the kitchen or the family room, those kinds of things. And then let's face it, we want to be able to enjoy the time we in our house. So we want windows with nice views. We want nice areas to be able to see out the window, and we want lower windows. So should we be sitting in a chair by the window, we don't have to stretch our necks. We can be right there. We can see what's going on outside, and we can get a nice view. And then last but not least is comfort, right? So we're living in this house. We don't want this house to be a hospital room, sterile and all that. We want it to be comfort. We want it to meet our needs. We want to be able to be comfortable in the future. And we want to live the life that we plan on living in the future. So if that's entertaining, we want entertainment space. If that's just, kind of hanging out, with some few family and friends, maybe we don't need as large a space, as we would if we were planning on entertaining 20 or 30 people, right? And so the comfort of the home is real important, because you're going to be living there. You don't want to buy a house that you're not comfortable in. So consider the comfort of the home as well. If you're going to build, obviously models are important. Talk to us if you want, about some of the builders out there that are building more comfort and more spacious and more senior ready kind of homes is a good thing. So I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed researching it and pulling it together for you. Again, here's our YouTube channel. Let's Do Real Estate Texas. If you could log into YouTube and subscribe to our channel, we'd appreciate it. And right down here is my e-business card, stevescard.us. If you could, log into there, download the card, save it for yourself, and give it to your family and friends. We'd appreciate it. Next week, downsizing the painless way. Oh, I didn't know there was a painless way to downsize, but nope, downsizing the painless way. Interesting topic, and I learned a lot with this one. This is Steve DePoe with the Rose Realty team. Have a good week. I'm going to bounce.